Hello, I'm Mark Langan. I'm the academic representative for the Student Journey Transformation Programme. Currently, I'm a member of the operational board for this institutional project. This video provides information on the role of Implementation and Transition Lead, ITL, for the project. It should give you an idea of what it's like to be an ITL and also an insight into how some of your predecessors undertaken the role. The video was made after the Go Live 1 phase, which is when all of the ITLs were from professional services. However, the content is applicable to academics and professional service colleagues alike. Whatever your background or experience of the project, we hope that this video provides information and context that enable you to deliver the outcomes of the project and ultimately contribute to the success of this vital university initiative. Thank you for your engagement and support.
It didn't take me long at all to understand the aims and the objectives of the business readiness team. The communication was really clear and well structured, and I thought it was quite easy to get to grips with. I think the idea behind their team is that any potential issues are identified before they become a problem, and any contingencies are put into place to deal with those.
I have had some involvement with business readiness previously, and I do understand that they're there to support large-scale change within an organisation. But the business readiness team here were really helpful in providing us with an opportunity to understand specifically what the Student Journey Transformation Programme will be doing.
It was a little bit alien at first to kind of understand the concepts and the processes behind business readiness, but working alongside the business readiness team, it didn't take a huge amount of time to get used to the kind of processes and systems that were involved. Ultimately, it helped us go through and implement Go Live 1 successfully.
When I was first asked to undertake the role of Implementation and Transition Lead, I did have some concerns around how much work might be involved, but I went to the weekly implementation meetings and I met regularly with our business readiness manager, so that did make sure that we stayed on track. I also made sure to involve the team so that we could be certain not to miss anything out.
When I was first asked to be an implementation and transition lead, I was a little bit sceptical. I thought it was going to be quite a lot of work at a time that we were already quite busy. When I've been involved in these kind of projects before, it's not always been the most constructive use of my time, but I feel like if this project, the input I've been given has been received quite well and has been taken aboard, and it's been quite useful.
What I found going through the process was it allowed me to think about, were we ready, what could go wrong, how we needed to tie things together in order for us to have a successful go live. The role actually allows you to ensure that you haven't missed anything and that you are happy and ready for go live. Having been an ITL for Go Live 1 and continuing to be an ITL for both Go Live 2 and Go Live 3, I feel that I understand where the university is going and how professional services can contribute to that and the successful delivery of the programme. Also clear about how to assess readiness even when I'm not directly involved in the granular detail of that Go Live. I think it's important still to assess the readiness of the area and how that might impact on the work that you do. And to ask questions if things aren't perhaps clear or if they don't make sense or how they link together, so that ultimately things can be captured and can work through for the success of the programme. They were a great source of information for if I didn't know anything or wasn't quite sure that things were in place and up to date. I think the key thing is to ask the questions, meet regularly and talk through the go live process.
Support from the business readiness manager was really good. They were really approachable, and it did mean that we had a single point of contact for any questions or concerns that we had about the project.
The business readiness manager supported me in the lead up to Go Live 1 through meeting with myself and the team weekly, through providing presentations to the team regarding the milestones and the details of the programme, and also through facilitating meetings with the subject matter experts so that we could ensure we knew more about the programme, and that enabled us to deal with any questions that we had as they arose. The advice I would give to the new ITLs as they get started on their journey would be to take advantage of your business readiness manager. They are there to support you and to answer any questions that you may have, or to find out the answers to any questions you may have through the team. They are very helpful, and it's worthwhile making use of that resource. The other piece of advice I would give would be to involve all of the team to make sure that they feel they've been included and they've had an opportunity to raise any questions that they may have. It's very worthwhile to raise the questions because we all want the programme to succeed, and raising the questions earlier rather than later means that there will be time to change things if necessary.
The advice I would give a new ITL is to work closely with business readiness managers to ensure that initially you have a full overview of the programme. I'd recommend you complete the readiness assessments as a team in order that you can gather everybody's opinions on where you are up to with the go live.
Engage with the programme as much as possible, go to any events and anything like that you get invited to, and also try and involve your wider team as well. Speak to your teammates about any potential issues, see what questions they have about it, and feed all that back to your business readiness manager.
The benefits of being involved with the programme for Go Live were that we were able to have an early understanding of what was going to be happening with the programme. Being involved through the curriculum side meant that we could influence and ask questions about what was happening and how this was going to shape up and how it would look. It also meant that we understood the milestones much earlier and that we were able to see what was coming and how our first Go Live would be impacting upon the rest of the programme.